But what they were able to do, I think, in disguising coverages and stuff like that, that's what they were an NFL offense all year, playing against college defenses, right? Even in the SEC with great athletes, they're college defenses, which are very vanilla, very bland, because if you can't get everybody to know what the hell they're doing, you can't disguise coverages, because all you need is one tell, right? That Clemson defense was doing a great job disguising what they were. So Joe Burrow, when they were sending people in motion and coming back, they were trying to figure out, okay, is it man, is it zone? But they were passing it off. And I think Isaiah was just man on Thaddeus, and then they were zone everywhere else. So it was a big-time chess match for Joe Burrow, which leads into even more of the thought of how much success he's going to have in the NFL, because he ran an NFL system. And here, against Clemson, he got a chance to play against what is going to be like an NFL defense, where they're disguising. It took them a little bit to figure it out, but I didn't know if they were going to be able to. I didn't know if they were going to be able to, honestly. Because all people kept talking about was how great of a D coordinator that guy was, right? Like, this guy's a great D coordinator, he's a great D coordinator. Well, if that's the case, then he's going to be able to continue to disguise these coverages and disguise these blitzes, and it could confuse Joe Burrow, who hasn't had to face this. I said this earlier in the year, and I was sort of joking, but not really. The way college defenses are, I think if you can just throw a football and you get in the right system, you could potentially win the Heisman. I did the virtual reality thing at Stanford, and it was just, the defenses are just so easy. Just if you know football just a little bit, it's very easy just to be like, oh, okay, this is cover two, bang, this is what works against cover two. Oh, this is a soft three, all right, bang, this is what you do. If you have a football IQ at all, because there isn't enough time to study, I guess, in college now, because they limited the amount of hours you're allowed to film study. Not everybody is a high football IQ that is playing football in college, right? Kids don't have their IQ level up for football enough. They haven't played enough football. So you have to keep it very dry. You're just hoping that your athletes can make play. In the NFL, they disguise defenses. You have no idea. That's why when Sam Darnold said, I'm seeing ghosts, that's because Bill Belichick made it look like it was man, then he was dropping into cover three with a blitz, and it's like, oh my God, the guy I thought, no, that wasn't anything that I thought it was, and then bang, you're dead. And before you could even go, because you have to make these decisions all post-haste, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those things where, did I use that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's one of those things, thank you, that felt pretty good. But it's one of those things where that's why whenever you see, like, oh, that guy can get through his progressions, that because he knows the defense and he knows where he should go with his progressions. Whenever you see a guy look one place and then get scared, that's because he has no idea what the defense is and he has no idea where he's supposed to go. That was the knock on Baker this year. Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic. Is he would get one read, and then he would get outside the pocket to the right, and then he would just try to make a play. So I think as Baker continues to learn NFL defenses and disguises and be able to figure things out and tells, he's going to get better. But that's the difference between college defenses and NFL defense. And we talked about that on the MegaCast a little bit. So I didn't know if LSU was going to be able to figure it out. I honestly didn't know, because it's a puzzle. You're trying to figure out this puzzle. And it felt like the puzzle piece that they figured out was that one guy. They were going to go after that one guy.
Number one.
That is, it's almost like they went to the sideline and they're like, all right, we don't know what the hell's going on with everybody else. They seem to have a good disguise on this. They have good coverage on this. But we think we could take a shot on this guy with our guy. Chase with our number one guy, and it felt like that is when it really started to turn. And also Etienne, he's Darren, or not Etienne, Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
He's Darren Sproles. He is Darren Sproles. He might be even thicker than Darren.
He's physical.
He's thicker than Darren Sproles. The thing that I enjoyed most about him, running, getting hit, not going down. Like even going out of bounds, still standing, three dudes at his feet. Like that is just an angry runner, which I respect. I like that a lot. But his ability to kind of be an option out of the back too, just a little dump. I think that's why Joe's going to do good, because of his ability to break down what the defense was giving him last night, which was probably the toughest defense in. I mean, that might have been one of the best disguised defenses in maybe college football. Maybe in the history of college football. What they were doing, because with that number 11 guy, he's a weapon. So you have no idea where he's going to be. He was lined up at inside linebacker at one point. Then he was outside linebacker, DN. Then he was a safety at one point. So whenever you have one particular player who is your game wrecker playing four different positions, it's hard to get a tell on what the hell they could possibly be. You could be like, okay, if Isaiah Simmons is at safety, they're going to do this. But instead, they had him at safety, and then he came down to the line. It looked like an NFL defense last night. And that's why I think I enjoyed watching Joe and Joe figure it out and get it done, because that is what the in-game adjustments are all about. And if you're John Gruden, are you going to get him, Connor?
Oh, yeah. Trade everything for Burrow.
Hey, Cincinnati, you guys want Derek Carr? You want just a brown-haired Andy Dalton?
Derek Carr and 2 firsts?
They'd probably do it.
I hate Derek. I hate Derek Carr's brother. Mm-hmm. What's his name?
David.
I don't like David Carr at all. He blocked me on Twitter too, so he knows I don't like him. I like Derek Carr a lot, but boy, I don't think that's the right pairing. Right? Obviously, Gruden and Derek Carr aren't the right pairing.